Kane's always the guy that locks in when he gets to the rink, and you've probably just seen him out here stretching and getting himself ready, but he's always a guy is going to be ready to go and always prepares the right way.
And so with the plan of attack to kind of get those pucks to the net and get that game plan going, who are the forwards that you expect to really get that attack going?
Like I said, we're a pretty deep team, but our top two lines have a lot of firepower. They move the puck well. They've been looking good in practice. You got the Yerksas. Zach Uso complements that line really well. And then Andrew Ide, Brody Baldwin, and Bauer Lindvall have looked really well in the scrimmages and at practice too. So those two lines are going to be able to score with anybody, and now they just got to go show it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with today's home opener season opener being at home as a home opener, do you think that kind of helps alleviate some of those first game jitters that come with the season?
I don't know. I think your first game, you're always a little more revved up, ready to go. I think having some jitters is a good thing. Gets you a little bit more fired up. And it's always nice to play your first game in your home bar and get your home crowd behind you, and put on a show for the home crowd.
Absolutely. And so putting on a show for the home crowd and really starting the tempo early here. And speaking of tempo, with it being the holiday season, of course, trying to keep guys also focused on this early part of the season and not losing track at the start of it.
Yeah, we'll have the day off on Thursday, but then we'll have a skate Friday morning just to keep the legs moving and maybe get rid of the turkey. And then we have another 4 days of practice next week before we head to Mora, but we'll enjoy that day off with our family on Thursday, but get right back after it on Friday, and just keep working at our systems and things like that you need to key on early in the season just to get more reps and practice and be ready for the games.
Well, I'm really excited to see you guys get into action here tonight for the home opener, and excited to see the season begin and see the season go on. And before I actually wrap up the interview, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Side dish? Oh, gosh. You know what? I really like mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, yeah. That's a good one. The buzzer apparently didn't agree, but I certainly agree. Mashed potatoes is definitely the best.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too, man. Very untimely with that buzzer with the mashed potatoes, but certainly a great side dish for Thanksgiving. And so I need a side of gravy, and what gravy could represent today is a win for the Broncos. Shout out to Carson Kostick, who is working the soundtrack today down in the penalty box. And Carson, he predicted a 10-0 win for the Broncos. Of course, there's bias on that part. I have to remain unbiased as your announcer for today, Augie Schmidt. That's me. But if the Broncos can certainly pull off the execute the game plan that they have in place here and play fast and lean into those powerful weapons they have, because here is their starting lineup. For the Industrial Falls Broncos, at left wing, number 7, Zach Uso. At center, number 15, Anthony Yerksa. And at right wing, number 18, William Yerksa. We'll just call him Willie throughout the game. And then the two defenders at left defense, number 11, Aiden Lehman. And at right defense is number 9, Carson Crandall. And as you heard in the interview, the senior Kane Thompson is going to be starting in net for the Broncos here today. And so we're going to take a quick little break here. And then when we come back, you'll hear from Brett Nylander, the Lake of the Woods Bears head hockey coach. You are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on yourlifeevent.com. Sorry for the audio issues earlier in the broadcast for our viewers on yourlifeevent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
I'm with Brett Nylander, the head coach of the Lake of the Woods Bears boys hockey team, getting ready for this big season opener of the 2025-26 hockey season. And, of course, this is probably the shorter drives that you guys have on your schedule. How are the guys feeling coming into Bronco Arena today?
Good. Like you said, pretty quick drive for us. Probably the shortest commute that we have for a road game. So good. Roads were a little snowy tonight, but we made it over just fine, and boys are fired up to get going.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you guys got here safely, for one, but also I wanted to say I'm really excited for this big season opener. Yeah. What do you say you prefer having this first game of the year to be on the road like today is?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't mind it. You know, you get to walk into someone else's barn and try to, ruin their day a little bit. And so, yeah, I think it's fine to kick everything off on the road. We actually played. This is actually game 2 for us. We played last Friday over in Red Lake Falls, so we kind of did the same deal there. So, should be good.
Yeah, and speaking of trying to upset the home team here today, what are the keys to the game to make that happen for you guys and have the bus ride back be a little bit happier, minus the snow and the snowy roads?
Yeah, well, I think it's no mystery. I think the Broncos have a nice-looking team this year. We saw them play here. We were here last week for a scrimmage, and they look really like a really nice team. So I think offensively, we're just going to have to get pucks to the net like the old school adage, like just get pucks to the net and people to the net and see what happens, I think. And then on the defensive side, I mean, the Broncos have some nice offensive talent. We just got to kind of protect the house and make sure we're not giving up shots, kind of those grade A shots, and try to keep everything perimeter a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, so they're going to be relying on the senior core to help make that game plan happen?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're not super heavy in the senior department, but the ones we do have, we lean on really, really heavily. So, we're gonna look to our leaders and look to our older senior guys to help push us here tonight for sure. So.
Oh, wow. I want to thank you for your time, and before we actually end the interview, I wanted to ask, with it being that time of year, that season, what is your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving?
Oh man, that's a good. My wife and my mom make this corn dish, and it's oh man, it's unbelievable. It's like cornbread mixed with creamed corn. It's unbelievable. So I'd say that's number 1 for me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time and best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
As you heard, that was my interview with head coach Brett Nylander of the Lake of the Woods Bears. And it was a fun time talking to him. And hey, when you have Thanksgiving and your wife and her mom make that cornbread side dish, can I have a bite, please? Because that sounds delicious. Anyway, the starting lineup for the Lake of the Woods Bears coming into today: at left wing, number 4, Dawson Canfield. At center, number 19, Mikut Smith. At right wing. Number 10, Jack Bessler. And for the two defenders at left defense, number 8, Brody Block. Number 24, Zach Browse. And in net for the Lake of the Woods Bears is going to be number 34, Jonah McDougall. Have him listed as 35, but he's actually number 34. And so coming up as they are announcing the starting lineups for both teams is our national anthem brought to you by local VFW Post 2948. Join us for Burger Night and karaoke. Keys to the game, as you heard in my coach's interviews. And also we are live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. And of course, every scoreboard update throughout the contest is brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America. And every time out, brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. And so stay tuned. We're going to take a break as they get ready to sing the national anthems for both the American and Canadian anthems.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Hey, now we are getting ready for our opening puck drop of this home opener for the International Falls Broncos varsity boys hockey squad taking on the Lake of the Woods Bears. Lake of the Woods, they already have one game under their belt, so they already got those first game jitters out of the way. And so the Broncos maybe at a small disadvantage. Maybe they're going to be just a fresher team coming into today. Either way, Bronco Arena is packed and ready to go. The Broncos are going to be starting off left to right, white home jerseys with purple and yellow stripes. And the Lake of the Woods Bears are coming into today in their all black uniforms with the maroon and yellow stripes. For today's varsity hockey action, in for the face-off for the Broncos, it's number 15, Anthony Yerxa, and he will be facing off for this opening puck drop against, from the looks of it, number 19, Mikut Smith. Broncos coming in with a whole host of returning players for today, and so they want to really come in and show how seasoned they are. And it looks like the Broncos will accidentally knock the puck into their own defensive zone, so they got to try and backtrack a little. And it looks like Anthony Yerxa is going to speed down the far side of the ice. He pass it back, and looks like they're going to call early offsides against the Broncos, as Yerxa, he was trying to pass it back to Zach Yuso, but Yuso was not yet over the blue line. So we're going to have a quick stoppage just about 11 seconds into this period number 1. Broncos win the faceoff, and they'll once again approach the attack zone. It's going to be Willie Yerxa trying to attack from the far left wing. No good. Now Anthony Yerxa, he's going to bring it towards the point. Spins around one from the far left, and he gets it in the net! Anthony Yerxa, 28 seconds into period number 1, and the Broncos take an early 1-0 lead here on the PCA scoreboard. Yerxa, I'm curious on if they're going to call that unassisted or not. Either way, that was spectacular. What a way to start the game there. So the Broncos get the goal. They start a 1-0 lead here in period number 1, and the Broncos are going to immediately win the next face-off that follows. Now going down the near side of the ice, entering the attack zone for the Broncos is number 16, Carter Thompson. He's going to bring it around from one wing, passes it across, intended for a teammate. That was number 2 he was trying to give it to, Brody Baldwin. Now it's taken away by Lake of the Woods. Broncos unable to forecheck, but they will steal it back. That's Baldwin in neutral ice. He's going to bring it into the defense zone, pass it back to one teammate, flips it to another. Now it's the Broncos from the neutral zone. They're trying to set something up. Baldwin passes it up the ice. So it was Willie and Yerxa and Zach Yuso awarded the assist for Anthony Yerxa's opening goal of the season. Way to score that, 28 seconds, not just into the game, but into their season. And so very strong start here as number 16, Carter Thompson's going to pass it across. He finds number 5, Matthew Black. Now shot on goal, pad save. Puck is loose in front of the net. Lake of the Woods needs to try and knock it away. And it looks like they will succeed, but the Broncos will come up with it anyway inside the attack zone. Andrew Ide passes it towards the blue line. From the blue line, this is Carter Thompson. Thompson passes it center. Shot on goal, pad save, and trying to follow it up. Chase Phillips going for his own rebound and ends up hitting it right into the glove of McDougal of the Lake of the Woods Bears. So that's going to stop the clock right there. We are now 2:02 into period number 1. Broncos lead 1-0 on the PCA scoreboard after striking fast Cobra Kai with that attack by the Broncos. And now Lake of the Woods is just trying to get the puck away from their own net. Broncos will steal it at neutral ice, but it's almost going to be it's finally going to be knocked into the defensive zone. Lake of the Woods can't come up with it just yet, as the Broncos are going to take it now. And now let's try and slow things down, set up their own pace, but a pass hits the blade of Lake of the Woods Bears, and the Lake of the Woods will forecheck it back into the attack zone, but Now they're not really going to try and advance too much as they realize Broncos have too many players on the ice. That's going to exit Willie Yerxa, having the puck exit the defensive zone, and that's going to lead to an icing, and actually that was number 10, Aston Casal. So icing called at the 2:41 mark of period number 1. Broncos lead 1-0 against the Lake of the Woods Bears. In for the faceoff, Anthony Yerxa and Mikut Smith. Our referee is giving a warning to the two players that were lined up behind him on the far left wing in the Broncos attack. Now we have fast break down the ice. Yuso across to Willie Yerxa. Can't connect. Yerxa almost able to come back up with it. Now it's taken away by Lake of the Woods. A pass bounced off the blades of one player back into the defensive zone. Broncos able to finally take it back. It's Willie Yerxa on the near side of the ice. Passes it back. He finds Carter Thompson. Thompson from the defensive zone going towards middle ice. Passes it over to Anthony Yerxa. Yerxa from the far side of the ice towards the far left wing. Crossing shot. No good, but he will find a teammate. That is number 11, Aiden Lehman. Zach Yuso across. He finds Thompson. Thompson back to Yerxa. Yerxa, pad save by McDougal. Now Anthony Yerxa from behind that passes it over to the blue line to Willie Yerxa. Willie Yerxa, he will find Aiden Lehman, but Lehman's going to lose control, and that will go outside of the blue line. And so now Broncos having to regroup. That gives Lake of the Woods a great chance to get a line change. Anthony Yerxa speeding down the near side of the ice. He enters the attack zone. He's going to try and take on all of the Lake of the Woods Bears. He gets a pass over to Carter Thompson. Thompson across to Yerxa. Back to Thompson at the blue line. Thompson at the center, taking the point. Skate around a little, passes it to Anthony Yerxa. He gets intercepted. A pass intended for Willie Yerxa gets intercepted by the Lake of the Woods Bears, and they'll get a puck all the way to the Broncos side of the net. Technically a shot on goal. Now Anthony Yerxa near side of the ice. He's going to slow down a little. Pass it back to Willie Yerxa. Willie Yerxa has to backtrack a little as my camera unplugs itself for some reason on your live event. Shot on net goes high and over the net. As Carson Crandall's going to try and forecheck the puck. And now the camera is working. Anthony Yerxa from the point, skates past 1-2. Can't get the shot on goal. Now he's going to try and get a ricochet from behind the net. Another shot on goal, ricocheted and stolen away by Lake of the Woods. Now they're going to try and finally get some offense set up, but it's taken right back by the Broncos. This is Carson Crandall. Crandall over to number 5 of International Falls. That's Matthew Black. Taken back by Lake of the Woods. They're going to flip it, hit into the attack zone, but they don't have possession of it. Instead, it's the Broncos. Number 2, Brody Baldwin's going to try and get a centering pass. Taken away. Take it right back. Carson Crandall hits the post. No good. Now Broncos going to try and regroup, but lost control. Aston Casal can't keep the puck inside of the attack zone, so they have to backtrack and regroup themselves. Pass up the ice. That is intended for Baldwin, but he's going to lose it. And then Broncos going to take it right back. Intercepted after interception here today. Looking like that Monday Night Football just last night. Now it's the Broncos in neutral ice. They're going to get the attack. Brody Baldwin surrounding. He has to try and slow it down, maybe give himself someone to pass to. He'll get a puck behind the net, trying to get it, I think, out towards Carter Thompson. Instead, it's going to be taken away. Oh, instead, taken by the Broncos. We could get a tripping call. No trip. Never mind. There is a tripping call. Tripping called, so we're going to get a Broncos power play. As at the 5:51 mark, Lake of the Woods is going to have a tripping penalty, and the Broncos are going to get themselves a power play. Broncos, of course, win the face-off. Yerxa, he's going to try and set something up. Instead, he's going to bring it back to the blue line. Pass over to Willie Yerxa. Willie Yerxa back to Anthony Yerxa. From the point, long shot, pad save. Can't get a rebound just yet. Now the puck is loose in front of the net. And so far, no one can get... Oh, and it bounced off the blades of McDougal and backwards into the net. That is going to be now a 2-0 lead. Broncos get a very quick goal after the power play. This Broncos goal, I'm wondering who they're going to award it to, because technically it was off of McDougal's blades. But that goal for the Broncos comes at the 6:11 mark. So and the Broncos have a 2-0 lead here after the power play. So now puck is loose inside of the Lake of the Woods territory. Broncos already trying to establish.
Scoring for the Broncos at 6:11. Number 7, Zach Yuso. With an assist for number 2, Brody Baldwin, and number 18, that's Yuso, Baldwin, and Yerkes at 6:11.
And as you heard from the announcer, it was Zach Yuso. They award the goal, and the assist goes to Brody Baldwin and Willie Yerksa. No icing called there, so Broncos have a chance to attack inside the attack zone. Go figure, right? Captain Obvious on my part. As the puck is loose, taken away by the Broncos. That's number 22, Pax Savone, who's going to get a pass back to Carter Thompson. Thompson across the ice, long shot, and that's going to be a nice glove save, cradled into the body of McDougal. That was number 1 of the Broncos. No, number 11 of the Broncos, Aiden Lehman, trying to go for the long shot from the blue line, and that's going to stop us as another Lake of the Woods player goes to the net. So we have another Lake of the Woods penalty and another Broncos power play. This one came at 7:22. As the Broncos are going to try and strike fast. Once again, with the Cobra Kai technique, Yuso loses it, but he's going to get a pass across. Anthony Yerksa gets the net and gets the goal. That is 2 for Yerksa. Another power play goal for the Broncos. This goal came at the 7:34 mark. I had to make sure my math was correct there. And that's going to be 2 for 2 on the power play for the Broncos. Anthony Yerksa, assisted by Zach Yuso. And we'll see if they award another Broncos player with the assist. But the Broncos now are up 3-0. And we aren't even halfway through period number 1 as the Broncos are going to try and go for a quick strike. Down the ice, off the glove, no good. Great shot on goal, though, by number 17 of the Broncos, Bauer Lindvall. Now from the blue line, Carson Crandall is going to hit the stick of a Lake of the Woods Bear. And that's going to go into the safety net, and that's going to be a referee stoppage. Broncos lead on the PSA scoreboard 3-0 against the Lake of the Woods Bears, and they have been starting off hot here as the returning senior leader.
Number 15, Anthony Yerksa. With an assist, number 7, Zach Yuso. Number 2, Brody Baldwin. That's Yerksa, Yuso, and Baldwin at 7:34. That was a power play goal.
So the power play goal obviously is awarded to Anthony Yerksa, and then it was Zach Yuso and Brody Baldwin who were awarded the assist. As Carson Crandall is going to speed down the near side of the ice, centering pass intended for Baldwin, and that's going to lead to a glove save by McDougal. And what a great save there by the Lake of the Woods goalie. A 4th goal in this first period, and you can certainly assume that the Broncos might be running away with this one. Carson Crandall, a great feed to Baldwin. It's just he got tangled up in a Lake of the Woods defender. It was getting in the way, so it was just great defense by the Bears in that scenario. As the puck is going to be loose, and that's going to be sent all the way to the Broncos side of the ice, and that's going to lead to an icing. But Lake of the Woods doing a good job at least trying to get the puck out of their zone and away from their own net, but they need to try and be more consistent, and they need to make sure that they're not just icing it, because that just delays what could be the inevitable. So face-off incoming for the Broncos. It's number 3, Chase Phillips, up against number 19, Meecut Smith as the Broncos come away with the puck in the neutral zone, brings it back to their own defensive zone. Carter Thompson on the near side of the ice, passes up the ice. He finds one teammate, almost loses it. No, does lose it. That's number 4, Dawson Canfield, who gets the steal. Now he's down the far side of the ice, past the far left wing, and now he's going to get bumped into the wall. He'll get a pass to Meecut, but then his shot on goal gets off the pad of Kane Thompson, and that's going to be a tripping penalty against the Broncos. So now, after getting back-to-back power plays, now it's Carter Thompson going to the penalty box for International Falls. This penalty comes at the 9:10 mark. I'm assuming it's a trip call, unless they correct me on that. But either way, it's now a Lake of the Woods power play following the Bronco penalties. So now, after the Broncos were doing such a good job of taking advantage of these power plays, Lake of the Woods wants to get some payback, as the Broncos defense is going to have to just stay strong here. Puck is loose and poked out by Yerxa. Anthony Yerxa down the near side of the ice. It's a 1-on-2. Yerxa shot on goal. Stick save by McDougal. And big hit laid out by Yerxa. And that's going to lead to... It was indeed a tripping called against Carter Thompson of the Broncos. As we get ready for the face-off, Broncos, even though they are the ones outnumbered here because of the Lake of the Woods power play, they are playing like they are the ones with the power play here, trying to cancel it out. Willie Yerxa trying to steal it away. Pass across the ice and almost stolen away by Crandall. He's going to get it back into the defensive zone, but the Broncos can't really take possession of it because they got to avoid the offsides. Now the Broncos come away with it. Pass across the ice goes to number 10, Jack Bessler. Bessler will get it taken away by the Broncos. Willie Yerxa passes it backwards to Carson Crandall. Crandall finds Yerxa deep in the neutral side. Now centering pass to Yerxa, and Anthony Yerxa gets the 5-hole, and that's going to be a first period hat trick for number 15 of the Broncos, Anthony Yerxa. If you still got a hat, you better lose it right now. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, a first period hat trick for Anthony Yerxa. Obviously, in on the assist was his cousin, Willie Yerxa. So Willie Yerxa, he already has 3 points as well in this game, but his 3 points have come from assists. As the Broncos are going to try and keep the high-speed powered offense going. Brody Baldwin takes a shot and loses the puck. Now it's Lake of the Woods speeding down the near side of the ice. That was number 15, Chance Fader, who's going to get the icing for Lake of the Woods and bringing it all the way back.
For the Broncos, number 15, Anthony Yerxa, with an assist to number 18, William Yerxa, and number 9, Carson Crandall.
And Crandall also awarded an assist for the goal by Anthony Yerxa. So now Broncos trying to take the puck back inside of the Lake of the Woods defensive zone as there's a scramble along the wall taken out by Brody Baldwin. He's going to backtrack a little and go into the neutral zone. He gets a pass across. He finds Aiden Lehman. Lehman's going to pass it back. Intended. Baldwin almost loses it. He recovers in the neutral zone. Now he's going to speed down the far side of the ice and gets tripped up, but no tripping called. And now Broncos just trying to take it right back. With the puck is Lehman. Lehman's going to get a big centering pass just to try and set up the line change for the Broncos, but they got to hurry up a little bit more because it looks like a lot of open ice. And they do indeed. Good defense by the Broncos, recovering in time. Now speeding down center ice. That's number 13 of International Falls. Knocked out, poked away, taken back by Lake of the Woods. That was Nick Casaretto. Big hit laid out to Casaretto by the Lake of the Woods Bears, and he will deliver it right back, knocking number 18, Bryce Hasbargen, into the boards. And now Lake of the Woods back in defensive mode. Huge hit attempted by Thad Olson, and he just bounces off of a Broncos player. Deep pass intercepted by Lake of the Woods. Broncos, they need to take better passes. Crandall off the wall, trying to get it to any teammate. No good. Now it's Lake of the Woods trying to take the puck back. There are too many Broncos getting the stick on the puck inside of their own defensive zone as we have almost an opportunity. Shot on goal. That was attempted by number 22 of the Broncos, Pax Savonin. Sadly, that goes right into the gut of McDougal and leads to a goalie stoppage. As we have under 5 minutes left in period number 1, Broncos are leading 4-0 against the Lake of the Woods Bears. So Carson Kostick might be correct in his prediction unless this breakaway by Jack Bessler is successful. Shot on goal, no good. Fanning. Dawson Canfield had an opportunity, missed the shot, and that's going to be a long shot by number 24, Zach Browse, that goes right into the glove of Kane Thompson, scoops it up, and causes the goalie stoppage. And now we are 12:36 into period number 1, and the Broncos had their first big scare defensively, but they're going to recover very quickly. Sadly, though, Carter Thompson will accidentally ice it, trying to get a deep hit down the ice. So it's still a 4-0 lead here for the Broncos on the PCA scoreboard. Shout out to our timeout sponsor as well. That is Service Master of International Falls for home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Town and Gresham going to take great care of you. Broncos win the faceoff. Carson Crandall with the puck on the near right wing. Now he's going to get a pass across intended for a teammate. That's going to lead to icing, bouncing off of the skates of number 14, Hoyt Nelson. And that's going to end up all the way down the ice and lead to the icing call. So, little over 4 minutes left in period number 1. Broncos lead 4-0 on the PSA scoreboard. They want to keep the shutout going, but they need to play some tighter offense here. They've been giving up a lot of turnovers as of late, but now here they go attacking. Crandall almost had an opportunity, and he will get it. He will lose the puck, and that will lead to a cover by McDougal. So Jonah McDougal, he has faced 17 total shots on goal in this first period of play. Meanwhile, Kane Thompson has only dealt with 5. So Broncos offense certainly the biggest difference maker here today. As from the blue line, Lehman's going to bounce off the blades of a Lake of the Woods Bears player. Yerxa trying to get a pass down the center. Instead, it's going to be knocked out of the offensive zone. Broncos need to backtrack. This is Carter Line from the defensive zone. Passes up to Willie Yerxa. Crossing over to Anthony Yerxa. Yerxa trying to go for a long shot, but from the circles, that's going to be no good. He'll pass it across. He finds Aiden Lehman. Lehman from the wings. No good. And Lake of the Woods is going to not get the icing called. So they get a break there after what could have been either a fourth goal for Anthony Yerxa or a fifth goal from another Broncos player, as this offensive pressure has been anything but let up. Foot on the gas the whole way. As a long shot attempted by number 18, Willie Yerxa. Broncos come up with the puck. This is Carter Line, the defenseman. Carter Thompson passes across Aiden Lehman. Lehman finds Yerxa. Yerxa to Yerxa. Anthony Yerxa down the center ice. He's going to fake a pass. Trying to go for a long shot. Wide right over the top right corner of the goal. Now it's Zach Yuso. Passes it to the blue line to Carter Thompson. Carter Thompson's going to pass it. He's looking for Yerxa. Anthony Yerxa passes up to Zach Yuso. Yuso makes a move. Pass centered. No good. Tipped away, but taken right back by Willie Yerxa. Now it's Willie to the blue line to Carter Thompson. Carter Thompson finds Lehman across the blue line. Lehman passes it over. He's going to find Zach Yuso. He's going to get the puck up to Anthony Yerxa. Yerxa from the circle. Far left wing. No good. Now it's Carter Line. From the near wing, no good. Anthony Willie Yerxa, tries to go for the long distance three-pointer, blue line shot, whatever you want to call it. That's going to go right into the gut of McDougal, and that will be a stoppage with 2:21 to go in period number 1. Broncos lead 4-0 as we're going to get a face-off between number 4, Dawson Canfield, and number 12, Andrew Ide. And now that time, the Broncos are going to win the faceoff. Centering pass, no good. Carson Crandall comes up with the puck. He gets a centering pass as well. Rebound, no good. Great pad saves by McDougal, keeping the puck out of the net. And now, but the Broncos still have possession unless Kieran LaRock can get it out of the defensive zone, and he does indeed. Now the Broncos have to regress. Andrew Ide over to number 17, shot on goal off the pads and over the back of the net. That's Bauer Lindvall. Puck is loose, and I think McDougal might have the cover. He does. A bit of a late whistle for the cover there, but it is currently still 4-0 as Bauer Lindvall had a couple of opportunities to extend it to a 5-0 lead here. Less than 2 minutes left here in period number 1. Broncos leading on the PCA scoreboard 4-0. And for the faceoff for Lake of the Woods, number 19, Meecut Smith. And for the Broncos, number 2, Brody Baldwin. But we're going to get a quick stoppage by the referee. And we're going to have a quick change of the guard for the Broncos in for the faceoff. Instead, it's going to be number 22, Pax Savonin. Faceoff is won by the Broncos. They're going to say it's fair, no offsides. Big hit laid out, but Lake of the Woods is going to come away with it. That's Canfield passing it across, trying to get it to Lincoln Kasprovic, but no good. Now Broncos with the puck. Centering pass, that's to number 3, who loses his stick. We're going to get a interference, I believe. Oh, no, cross-check. Slashing, my bad. I got to remember the... sorry, I'm getting all my different analogies mixed up, but that's going to be a power play for the Broncos with a minute 16 left in period number 1. Excuse me. I had to do the math real quick. So Broncos are going to get another power play. This one comes with under a minute left. Broncos with the power play. They're going to have about a minute to refresh. So far, they are 3 for 3 on their power plays, as Anthony Yerxa is going to make a move, and he gets another goal! Broncos go 3 for 3 on power plays. And they end up getting 2 of Yerxa's 4 goals on power plays. My goodness, have yourself a game, Anthony Yerxa. This goal came at the 16:02 mark of period number 1. As the Broncos are certainly going to dominate in this first period of action.
Scoring for the Broncos, number 15, Anthony Yerxa, with an assist, number 18, William Yerxa, and number 16, Carter Thompson. That's Yerxa from Yerxa and Thompson at 16:11. That was Cullen Bidwell.
So the power play goal came at 16:02. Broncos now leading 5-0 thanks to 4 goals from Anthony Yerxa. And who knows, he might try and go for more. And almost an opportunity, a centering pass intended for Hoyt Nelson. He couldn't get a full control on it before the Lake of the Woods defenders could come away with it. And now it's Lake of the Woods able to play some good defense, get it out of the defensive zone. That was Jack Cook getting a stick on it. Chance Fader loses it, taken away by the Broncos. Long shot, no good. Hoyt Nelson trying to go from just past the blue line. Opportunity, never mind. As and that's going to end period number 1. The Interstate Falls Broncos lead on the PSA scoreboard 5-0 going into period number 2. And if you're Lake of the Woods, one thing I think the biggest key going into period number 2 is staying honest with the penalties and also doing better on those power play defenses. Broncos scored 3 of their 5 goals on those power plays. Anthony Yerxa on fire with 4 goals total for the Broncos. And so we're going to get ready for our second period of action here. You are listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. It's yours truly, Augie Schmidt, here live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Stay tuned for our intermission to come.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
And even Muskie Sports. Download the app now.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country, 104.1 KSDM. Yours truly, Augie Schmidt here, bringing you this crazy action. The Broncos are leading on into period number 2, 5-0, thanks in part to Anthony Yerxa scoring 4 of those 5 goals. He is having himself quite the first game coming back to this 2025-26 season, and so my goodness, the Broncos staying perfect in power plays, by the way, 3 for 3 in power plays, and also they ended up getting a goal on Lake of the Woods only power play so far. Broncos only having the one period, the one goal, or excuse me, the one penalty. And yeah, you know, I think whatever the Broncos are doing, it's working. So going into this second period, for one, you got to keep your team healthy. You got to keep guys healthy. You want to make sure you give other guys a chance as well. And also, you do not want to let up. Do not, under any circumstances, take your foot off the gas pedal here today. Broncos, they are trying to make a statement in this game, and they certainly have been so far. They have kept Lake of the Woods shut out, and they have also outshot them too, 24-5 in shots on goal. Obviously, the Broncos having the 24. So certainly a strong start to the season, and all of it is thanks to Anthony Yerxa with his 4 goals. Special mention to Willie Yerxa. He has 3 assists. Obviously, 2 of those on, or excuse me, each of those came, or 2 of those came from Anthony Yerxa goals. 2 cousins certainly play very well together, and they certainly have strong chemistry on the ice together. Maybe it's that familiar connection between the two. And other players who have been certainly having themselves a game. Zach Yuso, he's got a goal and 2 assists to total 3 points. And another Broncos player who has been helping out with the scoring has been number 2, Brody Brody Baldwin. Baldwin's also had a couple of shots on goal, but he has yet to find the back of the net. So we're going to see if one of his next ones in the second period will be the one to make the back of the net. So Broncos going into period number 2, lead 5-0 on the PCA scoreboard. And as you guys know, our press box is brought to you by Rainy River Minnesota North College. And also every time out is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. And then we will have our post-game player awards. Of course, we have our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And immediately, unless someone else has 5 goals in this game, Anthony Yerxa is looking to be the press box, the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, as well as the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. Looking for a quick, easy, and delicious dinner, then look no further than your local Domino's. With more than just pizza, Domino's is the perfect carryout after the game. So you can get carry out, or you can also have it delivered. And so great deals are always happening at Domino's. So call them at 283-3444 and make Domino's your lunch or dinner destination today. Of course, we had our Border GMC keys to the game before the start of this contest, as well as our national anthem brought to you by local VFW Post 2948, despite the technical issues that they had. And so stay tuned for what's to come. Second period loading. It's yours truly, Augie Schmidt, here live on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on yourliveevent.com.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real, because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities' rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Action Also, welcome to those of you tuning in on YourLiveEvent.com. This press box brought to you by Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. You already heard that phone number, but I decided to repeat it in case you forgot it. And so Broncos lead 5-0 on the PCA scoreboard here today. Power plays has been a huge factor. They have gone 3 for 3 in power play goal and scoring. And they have also done a good job defensively, only allowing 5 shots on goal against Kane Thompson. And I think one or two of those probably could have been a bit of a loosey-goosey terminology for a goal, or a shot on goal, excuse me. But Broncos certainly have played some excellent hockey in that first period, and now they got to keep the pressure going in the second period. They want to start the season off right, and the best way to start off a season is a huge win on home ice, and specifically a huge shutout win. Broncos are going to be going right to left on your radio dial. Broncos in the yellow helmets, white home jerseys with the purple and yellow stripes, and purple shorts. And the Lake of the Woods Bears, they have the all-black jerseys on, black helmets, maroon and yellow stripes as we get ready for the opening face-off for the Broncos. Number 15, Anthony Yerxa. For the Bears, number 10, Jack Bessler. In net for Lake of the Woods, Jonah McDougall. For the Broncos, Kane Thompson. And the face-off is won by the Broncos. Aiden Lehman gives it to Carson Crandall. Crandall passes it over to Willie Yerxa, almost taken away. Anthony Yerxa recovers it. He's going to backtrack a little into the defensive zone. Pass intended for Willie Yerxa. Gets almost taken away, but the Broncos somehow take it right back inside the attack zone. And Lake of the Woods is just going to try and flip it out. Instead, it's taken away. Anthony Yerxa trying to go for a shot on goal. Makes a fake. Puck is loose. He still has the puck, though, behind the net. He's going to bring it out, try and get a pass to Carson Crandall. Instead, it's taken away. This is Meekut Smith. Gets a pass across. Trying to get into the attack zone, but no good. Broncos take it right back. Carson Crandall, deep pass intended for Willie Yerxa, and he will get it to him, but he can't go on the fast break. Instead, he gives it to Anthony Yerxa from the far wing. Gets the pass over to Zach Yuso. Yuso is going to lose control. Meekut Smith's going to try and take it away. Instead, it's taken back by the Broncos, and we're going to get a penalty against, or no, I think it's just going to be a stoppage. This stoppage comes at the 59-second mark of period number 2. As the goal, it looks like it got knocked off of this mark. So that led to the stoppage. And of course, we have chuck-a-puck happening. And so face-off for the Broncos, Brody Baldwin. And Lake of the Woods is going to be the ones to win the face-off, but it's taken right back by the defender, Carter Thompson. Carter Thompson over to number 12. 12-17. Centering pass. Shot. No good. Batted away by McDougall. And a pass by number 12, Andrew Ide, intended for, I think, maybe Baldwin is going to be taken away by Lake of the Woods. Now the puck's going to be exited, and now Lake of the Woods is going to try and enter the attack zone for the first time in a while now. But Broncos take it right back. Bauer Lindvall is going to take a big shot, but doesn't lose the puck. And instead, he's going to be able to give it to his teammate, number 17, that was Bauer Lindvall. Glove save by Kane Thompson on a long shot, and that's going to get stolen away. Brody Baldwin's trying to get a pass across, intended for Matthew Black. Puck is loose now from behind the net. I think it's going to be the Broncos. That's Andrew Ide who takes it away, almost loses it, taken right back by Matthew Black. Deep pass intended for Brody Baldwin. He does come up with it. Now he needs to gain control. Shot, pad save by McDougall. In for the recovery, Matthew Black, him and Jack Bessler end up knocking each other off their own feet. Now it's a shot from center. Sticks, glove save. Maybe a defender got a stick in the way. That was a great shot by Hoyt Nelson, though. But now Lake of the Woods is going to come away. Fast break. Taken back, Hoyt Nelson. And before him crosses the blue line, too. But Broncos looks like they're backup line, their second and third lines, need to have the same kind of connection that the first line has. They've been having some great offense and great opportunities on net. It's just getting those opportunities inside the net that's been a struggle. But we could have an opportunity right here. Puck is loose, and we're going to get a stoppage. Looks like it's just going to be an offside. So Broncos, that stops the clock at 2:56 in period number 2. Face-off won by the Broncos. Gage Wallander able to flip it into the attack zone, but that's taken right back by Lake of the Woods. Almost taken back by the Broncos. Pass. That's going to be over to Kieran Larocque. Larocque's going to get past one. Takes a huge shot. And centering pass, no good. Long shot. Pad save by Thompson. And now Lake of the Woods just can't regroup, and that's going to be a goalie stoppage by Thompson. Stops the clock now at 3:20 in period number 2. Broncos lead 5-0. And Lake of the Woods almost already doubling their previous shot count. Broncos, from the offensive perspective, haven't been able to get the same kind of progress that they had in the first period. In on the faceoff, we're going to get a quick substitution by Lake of the Woods. So quick line change, perhaps. Some confusion, it seems, from Lake of the Woods side of the ice. In on the faceoff, Anthony Yerxa and Jack Bessler. And so Bessler is actually going to leave the faceoff. It's going to be Mika Smith in on the faceoff for the Lake of the Woods Bears. And now we finally have the faceoff following the goalie stoppage. And it looks like it's going to be a loose puck inside Bronco territory. Aiden Lehman's going to come up with it. Gives the puck over to Willie Yerxa. Willie Yerxa to Anthony Yerxa. He's going to kick it off his blade, and that's going to lead to an icing penalty. And so that's going to stop the clock now. 3:38, in period number 2. Broncos still a lead, 5-0. Their offense slowing down just a little bit here at the start of this second period. They started off hot in that first period, and I think Lake of the Woods has certainly recovered well in this first 3 minutes, but they can't let that go as they have the puck in the Broncos' territory longer than they have in the first period from the looks of it. As Lake of the Woods able to forecheck, puck is loose, but Aiden Lehman's going to take it from in front of the net. He's going to get a pass deep over to Anthony Yerxa. Yerxa trying to get it past Lake of the Woods defenders. Instead, it's going to get batted over to Kane Thompson, and almost a costly pass attempted to Carter Thompson. Now it's Zach Yuso. Puck in the neutral zone. Almost gets it taken away. He's able to get a pass over to Willie Yerxa. Yerxa makes a move, makes one miss. He's center ice. Shot on goal. Pad saved by McDougal. And Broncos unable to keep it inside the attack zone. Aiden Lehman's going to manage to flip the puck over to Anthony Yerxa. Yerxa, far side of the ice. He's going to skate past 1, 2, almost a third, but then loses it. He gets a pass to the blue line. That is to number 12. Pass centered to Zach Yuso. Can't connect, but luckily he has a teammate right there. That is Matthew Black able to get the forechecking in. Now we're going to get an icing against Lake of the Woods. .449 in period number 2. Broncos lead 5-0. So far, score has not changed yet since the first period. Quick shot on goal, pad save. Puck is loose. McDougal can't get the cover, but and it looks like the goal got moved by McDougal as he was scrambling to try and maybe get a cover, and so that's going to lead to the stoppage. Now the Broncos win that faceoff. Shot immediately after the faceoff. That was attempted by number 12, Andrew Ide. Wide left, though, on the shot. Broncos need to try and forecheck. Lake of the Woods defense, though, staying strong as number 14, Jack Cook, will take a big hit as the Broncos take it right back. Carson Crandall across to Matthew Black. Matthew Black up the ice. He finds Andrew Ide. Andrew Ide down center ice. He's going to look for a centering pass. Tipped away by McDougall. Brody Baldwin from behind the net. He's going to bring it out towards the wing. Now to the blue line. He's going to pass it. Intended, I think, maybe for Bauer Lindvall. Puck knocked back in. Brody Baldwin shot goes wide left, though. Great forechecking by the Broncos. As puck is loose, Andrew Ide from center passes it across. Shot on goal by Carson Crandall. Stick save by McDougall. Long shot, and that goes right into the chest of McDougall. And that's going to be another goalie stoppage. This one at the 5:56 mark of period number 2. Long shot by Matthew Black. In for the faceoff, Chase Phillips, number 3 of the Broncos. Won by the Broncos as number 13, Nick Casaretto, will come away with it. And shot on goal attempted by number 10, Aston Kossow, goes right into the glove of McDougall. And so now it's been a constant. Broncos win the faceoff after the shot on goal. And that leads to a shot that either gets caught or knocked away. But now another shot on goal. Pax Savonin is going to go wide, though, on his shot, but recovered by the Broncos. Great forechecking still, but almost knocked away by Lake of the Woods. Puck is loose inside of the defensive zone. We're going to see the Broncos come away with it. They do indeed. From the center of the net, shot attempted by Chase Phillips, and he's going to lose his footing. He's looking for possibly a tripping penalty. No good, no interference, so that's going to be a goalie stoppage. Great cover by McDougall. So Broncos with the puck after the faceoff. It's going to be loose behind the net, and Lake of the Woods cannot get it out of their defensive zone. Broncos come away with the puck. Chase Phillips from centering ice trying to skate around a whole bunch of black jerseys, signifying the Lake of the Woods Bears. Carter Thompson trying to get a pass across intended for a teammate. Instead, it's going to be taken away, and number 21, Timmy Cook, going to try and get a breakaway, but while he doesn't get the breakaway, we are going to get a penalty against the Broncos. And so they're going to be sending number 16, Carter Thompson, to the penalty box. This penalty came at the 6:50 mark. Thompson gets his second penalty of the game as Lake of the Woods gets himself a power play. So far, Lake of the Woods is 0 for 1. In fact, the Broncos had scored on the only power play, and they could have another chance. This is Willie Yerkes one-on-one, and he gets the shot on goal! 9 seconds into a power play, Willie Yerkes scores a goal shorthanded. My goodness, Broncos. Number 18, Willie Yerkes with the goal. What a crazy stat line that is. So Broncos get the penalty at 6:50. At 6:59, Willie Yerkes gets the goal and takes the lead for the Broncos, nullifying the power play for Lake of the Woods in the same time as well. And Lake of the Woods, they are scratching their heads wondering what is going wrong with these power plays right now. Long shot, can't get the ricochet. Kane Thompson gets the cover.
Carter Thompson, 2 minutes for tripping. That's Thompson for tripping.
So tripping called for Thompson.
Scoring for the Broncos at 6:59, number 18, William Yerkes, with an assist to number 15, Anthony Yerkes. That's Yerkes from Yerkes at 6:59.
And go figure, Yerkes from Yerkes to get the goal. Puck is loose inside of the Broncos defensive zone, and now they're going to take it away inside the neutral zone, trying to slow things down there for a second, but knocked away by Lake of the Woods. Brody Baldwin in there. Now Aiden Lehman over to Baldwin. Shot goes high and over the net. No good. Looks like Carter Thompson still inside the penalty box, though, so Broncos still short-handed here. So I'm guessing that power play did not nullify that goal by Yerxa did not nullify the power play for Lake of the Woods. So Broncos, they're going to have to keep playing short-handed here following the goal by Yerxa to extend the lead to 6-0. As McDougal is going to stop the puck behind the net. He's going to pass it behind himself. That's going to be taken away by Brody Baldwin, who's going to flip it back on the wall. And so great job by the Broncos forward-checking here in the understaffed against Lake of the Woods. Lake of the Woods slowing down. That's Dawson Canfield. He makes one move. He gets past one Bronco defender. Now he's skating down center ice. He's going to pass it across. He finds a teammate. That is Jack Bessler. And he's going to not get possession. So instead, Broncos are going to take it right back. This is number 17 of the Broncos, Bauer Lindvall, who's going to come away with it. Now a long shot deep down the ice. That was Aiden Lehman. And Broncos are back to full strength, so Lake of the Woods stays 0 for 2 on power plays after the Broncos' strong defense have play. As, my goodness, Chase Phillips somehow knocked one Lake of the Woods player into another one, and now we have one-on-one situation for the Broncos, losing the puck, though. Great defense. That was number 6 for the Broncos. Gage Wallner almost with an opportunity for a one-on-one, but it got knocked away by number 8, Brody Block. But now, head full of steam, Carson Crandall down center ice, down now the near side, he approaches, centering shot, no good, off the stick of a Lake of the Woods Bear. And they're going to call another penalty against the Broncos. So right after they nullified one power play, they're going to be sending a Bronco back to the box, and it's going to be Carson Crandall this time around. This penalty came at the 9:34 mark. So Carson Crandall in the box for the Broncos after only having one penalty in that first period. They have now given up 2 penalties. Granted, they did score on 2 of the penalties, and they could have an opportunity for another one. Anthony Yerxa loses it, surrounded by a bunch of Lake of the Woods Bears players. Lake of the Woods is going to take it right back and attempt pass. Meecut ended up having to rebound his own pass after it bounced off the blades of a referee. And now with the puck is Dawson Canfield. He's going to try and make a move. He loses the puck, though, knocked away. Holding penalty against Crandall as Canfield almost was loose in front of the net. He gets rerouted, though. Now Lake of the Woods trying to set something up. Centering pass off the stick of Yerxa. Willie Yerxa taken away by Zach Yuso. Yuso makes a move. Now Yuso down the far side of the ice. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Yuso goes for the shot. Wide left, though. Canfield gets the ricochet. Almost taken away by Anthony Yerxa. He does take it away in the neutral zone. Now he enters the attack zone. He's going to take it in himself. Yerxa gets a goal! Are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be. Anthony Yerxa. He's going to have to start counting on both hands how many goals he's got today, as he scores goal number 5 at the 10:44 mark of period number 2. And my goodness, have yourself a game and have yourself a happy holidays. Anthony Yerxa. Broncos now lead 7-0 on the PCA scoreboard. Big hit laid out by the Broncos, and now it's Andrew Ide with the puck on the near side of the ice. He makes one miss, almost loses the puck. Centering pass, no good. So Broncos still outnumbered, as but still playing fantastic. You can't even tell that they are outnumbered because of the penalty still being served by Carson Crandall, as this Broncos defense has been strong, and also they've just taken every advantage of any kind of fast break they got. As Lake of the Woods, they've just been struggling. Kieran LaRock loses it, but luckily recovered by Bryce Hasbargen. Hasbargen's going to get a deep shot into the attack zone, trying to give his team an opportunity, and that's going to end the power play for Lake of the Woods. So they go 0 for 3 in power plays. Now Broncos with an opportunity. Chase Phillips flips it into the attack zone, trying to give an opportunity for his teammate, number 17, Bauer Lindvall. Lindvall to Phillips. Puck is in front of the net, and now it's going to be knocked away and icing against Lake of the Woods. Great defensive play there, as for a second, McDougal was just reaching out for a loose puck, and if a Bronco got there any time sooner, that could have been a 8th goal for the Broncos. A little over 5 minutes left in period number 2. For those of you watching on YourLiveEvent.com, I apologize. I've been doing my best to keep up with the clock. And that's going to be a goalie stoppage almost immediately after the face-off. So another face-off to the left of the Lake of the Woods goal. Lake of the Woods going left to right in their all-black uniforms with maroon and yellow stripes. And they will exit the attack zone, but Broncos take it right back. This is Matthew Black. He finds Hoyt Nelson. Nelson trying to connect with a teammate, but no good. So face-off, this time to the right of the Lake of the Woods goal. In on the face-off, Chase Phillips taking on number 10, Jack Bessler. Carson Crandall bounced off the wall, trying to get it over to Gage Wallander. That's taken away by Lake of the Woods. Almost taken right back by the Broncos, but Lake of the Woods is going to get it out of the defensive zone, recovered by Hoyt Nelson. He gets it over to number 19, Jaden Ginter. Now Crandall over to Ginter. Ginter's going to try and get a deep pass up the ice. He finds Gage Wallander. Wallander gets bumped away from the puck. Great, tough defense by number 24 of Lake of the Woods, Zach Browse. And now the puck is at center. And a whiffed kick by Ginter almost led to a fast break for number 19 of Lake of the Woods, Meekut Smith. But luckily recovered by Carson Crandall. And so now that's going to be stopped behind the net by Kane Thompson, taken by Ginter. Ginter bounced off the skates of Canfield. And Lake of the Woods is going to take it right back. Puck is loose inside the Broncos territory. Centering pass out of reach, though. Broncos are going to take it. Now they're the Broncos. Gage Wallander approaches from the left. Centering pass. Puck flipped up into the air. Carson Crandall can't take it, but Chase Phillips can. Take it right back. Now it's centering pass, no good. Long and wide out of reach, as Ginter's going to recover the puck inside of Bronco territory. He gets a pass across to Carson Crandall. Almost taken away. Crandall, good recovery, though. Willie Yerxa trying to get it to Anthony Yerxa, trying to get that cousin connection going. And can't do it. Carson Crandall's going to take the puck from behind the net, gets a deep pass out towards Zach Yuso. Yuso tied up with a Lake of the Woods player, so he can't get a control on the puck. Pass to Yerxa, goes out of reach. Now it's back inside the Broncos attack zone, and they're going to call that a icing. So we're going to get a face-off inside of the Lake of the Woods territory after some crazy action there. Broncos almost doubling their score from the previous period, leading 5-0. They add 2 more in this second period. And so they're looking to try and get that running clock in the third. But puck gets past Carter Thompson, so now Broncos have to backtrack a little bit here in period number 2. Almost 2 minutes left here in the period, as Zach Hughes is going to try and come away with it. He does indeed. He gets it over to Carter Thompson. Thompson from the left skates in, and he gets it in. Carter Thompson gets a goal for the Broncos. This one comes at the 14:28 mark of period number 2. Broncos goal by Carter Thompson. So 14-28, Carter Thompson with the goal for the Broncos to extend it to an 8-0 lead here on the PCA scoreboard. Anthony Yerxa, he's got 5 goals. He's approaching from the far side of the ice. He's going to get it knocked away, but he recovers behind the net. Now he's going to try and slow things down and set up another opportunity. He gives it to Carter Thompson. Thompson over to Black from the blue line, over to Yuso. Yuso to Thompson. Thompson to Yerxa, no good. Recovered, though, by Thompson at the blue line. So, excuse me, that was actually Anthony Yerxa.
16, Carter Thompson. With an assist to number 15, Anthony Yerxa, and number 7, Zach Yuso.
So Yerxa and Yuso in on the assist. Speaking of Yuso, he's going to try and approach from the left. He's bumped away. He has to stop himself. Then he's trying to get a pass over to Carter Thompson. That's going to be intercepted by Lake of the Woods. Taken right back, though, by the Broncos. Anthony Yerxa trying to go for goal number 6. No good. He bumps into a teammate and a Lake of the Woods Bear player. Now it's Willie Yerxa from behind the net. He gets a pass out towards the blue line to Carter Thompson. Carter Thompson finds a teammate. Shot on goal by number 5 of the Broncos, Matthew Black. That's a great glove save by McDougal. Under a minute 15 now in period number 2. Carter Thompson skating past 1-2 players. Now he's going to enter the neutral zone. Oh, flips it over to Willie Yerxa. Yerxa's going to flip it all the way to McDougal, and McDougal's going to get an easy glove save and stop it right there. And we're going to get a face-off inside of the Lake of the Woods territory. Broncos trying to force that running clock in that third period and really put this one to wraps. We shout out to Carson Kostick. He might be correct on this prediction. He said a 10-0 win for the Broncos, and they are 2 goals away from making that happen.
1 minute in the period. 1 minute.
Lake of the Woods with the puck inside of their own territory. Zach Brous is going to try and flip it over to a teammate, and that's going to be taken by the Broncos. And Pax Savonin, pass from the blue line, out of reach of his teammate, intended for number 13, Nick Casaretto. And so now Lake of the Woods almost with the puck. It's going to be knocked into the neutral zone. Now Lake of the Woods with an opportunity. Canfield gets past one Bronco, knocked away though. Carson Crandall got a stick on the puck. And now almost a shot on goal. That time it's going to be a little flip up into the air, right into the glove of Kane Thompson. Great defense by this Broncos team. Lake of the Woods, so far only 6 shots on goal in this second period of play. So they have doubled their shot total and in fact surpassed the first period of shot total of 5. As the Broncos are going to come away with the puck after the faceoff. This is Chase Phillips on the near side of the ice. Lowers his shoulder, eats a hit by a Lake of the Woods Bear. Hoyt Nelson can't get in the way, so puck is going to flip all the way to the neutral zone. Carter Thompson's backtracking a little as Lake of the Woods could have an opportunity. This is Canfield. Gets it poked out, though, by Lehman. Lehman gets a pass across to Hoyt Nelson. Nelson in a foot race trying to get to the puck first. And we have 1 second left, and that's going to be the end of period number 2. And the International Falls Broncos are leading after 2 periods, 8-0 on the PCA scoreboard, dominating in that one. Anthony Yerxa getting himself his 5th goal of the game, as well as also getting himself his getting himself a couple of assists as well to help extend his point total. Stay tuned for the upcoming intermission here. They're about to do their Chuck a Puck. Great way to raise money for the Broncos Athletics. And so intermission coming up. The Lake of the Woods Bears trailing against the International Falls Broncos 8-0 on the PCA scoreboard. Shot total. Broncos almost doubling their shot amount, their total shots. Lake of the Woods in that second period got 6 shots on goal, extending theirs to 11. Meanwhile, the Broncos, they had 17 shots on goal, so less than their first period attempt. So wondering if maybe they are slowing down a little bit. We're going to wait and see what's to come in this upcoming third period of action. Hey, you are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the Borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work. To take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the Borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Going into period number 3, you are listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on watchingonyurliveevent.com. We are live here from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. And of course, the star of the show and the talk of the town right now is number 15 of the Broncos, Anthony Yerxa. 5 goals as well as 2 assists to help lead the team in this 8-0 lead going into period number 3. I had to double check the rules for as just double checking what the rules are for the running clock. And it says here that it is 5 or more goals, but I could have sworn it was more than 5 or more goals. So just gonna make sure that this is 6 or more goals. So I knew it was more than that. And so we are certainly going to be enforcing a running clock in this third period of play. And so let's talk about our post-game show. Of course, we have our post-game player awards, and I think it's pretty easy to say who is going to be getting the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game as well as Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. Anthony Yerxa himself, the senior coming into today, a big leader for this team, and he is starting the season off correctly for the team with 5 goals and 2 assists, 7 points total to help lead the team. Such a shout out to his cousin, Willie Yerxa. Willie Yerxa, he was able to get a goal as well as get in on 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly a 5th assist here today to total 5 points, being one of the point leaders here today. Another Bronco who's been stepping up in a big way, Zach Yuso. He's got 3 assists and a goal. And then Carter Thompson, he's got 2 goals. And he has a chance to maybe try and get himself a hat trick as well. To think 2 Broncos getting a hat trick would be huge for this home opener in Bronco Arena today. They are also going to do the chuck a puck at some point before the beginning of the third period. And so make sure you stay tuned for what's more to come. So we don't have any more games that we're going to be covering in the month of December, as the Broncos, both boys and girls teams, are going to be on the road this upcoming weekend, heading over to Morris Benson for a couple of games over there. And so that's going to be this Friday, Saturday. And the basketball teams, even though the International Falls Bronco girls basketball team is currently playing against War Road at this very moment at War Road. They don't have any other games, at least here at home, for the rest of the week. And so it's not going to be until the month of December 2nd, that we will be back in action for some live coverage of our local sports. We got Broncos, we got Vikings, and we got the Muskies as well. Joey Payer is going to be hopping back onto the mic for those games, as well as a couple of these games as well. And so it's going to be a fun time reuniting the dynamic duo. He always calls himself Batman and me, Robin. I think I'd like to upgrade to Nightwing perhaps, but that's just a comic book joke right there. So stay tuned for what's to come here. This intermission is going to have the chuck a puck as well as our upcoming third period of action. Broncos lead on the PCA scoreboard 8-0. Shout out to our sponsors, such as our Service Master timeout sponsor. For every timeout, it's brought to you by Service Master of Industrial Falls. For home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Toddy Grusher got to take great care of you. Special shout out to all the rec hockey players who are showing up in their jerseys for this home opener. Special shout out as well to a couple of Fort Francis Lakers hockey players who also showed up for today's game. One of them being Pierce Gwynn, a captain for the team, who has also been one of the leaders in terms of scoring and in general. And also he is a International Falls kid as well. So a local kid coming across the border to show support to his team. You love to see it. You love to see all this community support for these kids who are playing a sport that they love. And so we're going to be back after a break for period number 3. It's yours truly, Augie Schmidt, live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real, because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
2, 3.
All right, let's see how I do this. I'm also participating in this chuck a puck. Oh, shoot, that was terrible. Yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. I wonder if I can cut this on the radio. I probably can't, but yeah, no. Let's just pretend that I'm the one who's like really, really close to the center. Although there are a couple of really good ones that are probably going to be a lot closer than me. Yeah, that's a tough luck here. I see Coach Ringhofer, Mr. Ringhofer, the athletic director for the Inertia Falls ISD 361. Whoa, what? And that is one that is certainly extremely close to the center. Let's see if I can get a good view of that winning puck right there. That is unfortunately not mine. So that is quite the shame. For sure. I'm very embarrassed because I tried to go at like an angle when I was going to try and chuck my puck, but I guess my angle was completely wrong. It's okay. I was not good at geometry anyway, so I'm not too ashamed about it. But so there you go. Augie did not win the chuck a puck. here today. Special shout out to our fellow sister station over in War Road, who is doing the Your Life event coverage of the Bronco girls basketball team taking on the War Road Warriors. And so how did someone get a puck all the way over there? Wait a second now. These are some... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have no explanation and no excuse for my throw. It was just a very bad throw. It's okay. That was embarrassing. I was thinking, oh yeah, the radio guy, he's going to get a chance to chuck a puck here. And yeah, maybe he shouldn't get another chance because that was terrible. Either way, getting ready for this upcoming third period of action. They're picking up the pucks after the chuck a puck. Lake of the Woods is out of the locker room. They are gnawing at the bit to try and get some kind of comeback going in this third period here. They are down by a lot though, and the Broncos are just on fire right now. After 2 periods of play, they slowed down a little bit though. I will say that after getting 24 shots on goal in that first period, they ended up slowing down and only getting 17 in the second period. Granted, it's still It's still 17 to Lake of the Woods, 6 shots on goal, and so Broncos still out shooting the visitors here today, and so. Certainly keeping the offense strong, and a lot of that definitely comes thanks to Anthony Yerxa getting 5 goals in the game. So what a game he is having. I think it's pretty solidified that he is going to be getting that free Domino's pizza as the two teams are leaving the locker rooms. Lake of the Woods, they are going to be going right to left once more in their all-black away jerseys. Lake of the Woods with the all-black with the maroon and yellow stripes. Broncos, they will be going left to right on your radio dial with the white home jerseys and purple and yellow stripes. Kane Thompson, the senior goalie himself, pitching the shutout here today with 11 saves on 11 shots on goal. So what better way to start off your senior season of hockey than having a perfect 100%. But, of course, there is still a period of action to go, so I don't want to jinx it for either side, but the Broncos, if they keep that offensive pressure that they had in those previous couple of periods, then they can certainly come away with a very dominant shutout win here today. They just got to extend that lead and give themselves even more momentum before they head over to take on Morris Benson. And so... another reminder, we have all kinds of fun action coming up. Of course, we have our border battles. Broncos, they ended up winning 2-1 against the Muskies in the last year's border battle. It was a nail-biter of a game in that Game 3 here in Bronco Arena, in fact, where the Broncos were able to come away with the win against a red-hot Muskies team. And so, obviously, when we have our first border battle, it's going to be an aggressive one. It's going to be a very violent game, I'm assuming, because those two teams do not want to let up that trophy. Speaking of trophies, I saw that Mr. Ringhofer brought down a trophy. I believe that is the conference trophy for the Interracial Falls Broncos, as they end up winning their first conference title last season since 2016. And so congrats to them. They still need to update that the banner up there. But speaking of updates, here's an update for you. We're just about underway. Puck drop for period number 3. It's Yerxa facing off with Meecut Smith. Broncos getting right back to it. Willie Yerxa trying to get an opening goal for period number 3. And that's going to be taken away by Lake of the Woods. Now they're going to try and set up their own offense early this time instead of waiting for the Broncos to get the first goal. As Dawson Canfield's almost going to lose it. Now he does. Anthony Yerxa over the net into the safety net behind, so he ended up hitting the wrong net, and I almost forgot that it is a running clock. Running clock, Broncos have a 6-goal lead here in period number 3, hence enforcing that running clock. In fact, they have an 8-0 lead on that PCA scoreboard. Just shout out to all of our sponsors for today's game, as we have a face-off between Andrew Ide and Meecut Smith. Lake of the Woods, is going to take it. This is Canfield trying to take on all of the Broncos defenders. He's going to lose it, try and recover in the neutral zone. Now it's the Broncos from behind the net. That's Willie Yerksa. He finds a teammate. Now it's Brody Baldwin. Baldwin speeding down the far side of the ice. Centering pass. Almost a shot on goal. Puck is loose. No one yet in possession. It looks like the Broncos are going to come away with it as Carter Thompson is going to get a pass from Brody Baldwin. Never mind. Baldwin's going to skate towards the point. Now he'll take an approach. Loses the puck, though. That is taken away by Lake of the Woods. Zach Brous gets a stick on it. Crossing pass intended for Dawson Canfield. And that's instead going to lead to Lake of the Woods having to get a line change, and we're going to get a icing called. Kane Thompson got a stick on it, and it looks like he ended up accidentally nutmegging his own teammate, Carter Thompson. And that led to the icing as a bit of miscommunication among the Broncos. So, period number 3, Broncos lead 8-0. Just wanting to crack the goose egg. That is the only goal right now for Lake of the Woods as Hoyt Nelson tries to get a pass intended for number 6, Gage Wallander. He does get it. Wallander ahead of the steam, but Lake of the Woods able to catch up to him just in time, too, to avoid any extra goals. And now the puck is loose inside the neutral zone, taken away by Lake of the Woods, number 11, Lincoln Kasperovich. But that's going to be taken by the Broncos. Now Broncos in their defensive zone, trying to get a pass over to Hoyt Nelson. He makes one miss. He's going to try and backtrack a little and slow things down. Deep pass intended for number 6, Gage Wallander, and that's going to lead to an icing called against the Broncos. So that's going to bring the puck all the way back to the defensive zone. Broncos still lead on the PSA scoreboard, 8-0. So far, no timeouts have been called by either side. Of course, those timeouts are going to be brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. Carson Crandall comes away with the puck following the faceoff. He's going to get a pass up to Zach Yuso. Yuso back to Yerksa. Anthony Yerksa trying to run away with it. That's going to be knocked away, but luckily recovered. Carson Crandall almost with a shot on goal. Luckily recovered by Yerksa. Yerksa crossed to Willie Yerksa. No good. He's going to have to backhand it. Deep pass to the blue line. Zach Hughes is going to take it. His centering pass ended up bouncing off the blade of a Lake of the Woods Bear. Now Lake of the Woods, their defense staying strong here as Willie Yerkes is going to spin around and get a pass across. He's going to give it to Carson Crandall. Carson Crandall off the wall over to Zach Yuso. Yuso's going to backtrack over to the blue line, pass it over to Willie Yerkes. Willie Yerkes from the blue line. Shot on goal. Stick save by McDougall. Now Zach Yuso almost able to come away with it. Now the puck is behind the net, taken by Willie Yerkes, almost able to get a rebound from Zach Yuso. Instead, Carson Crandall is going to have to get a pass over to Yuso. Nope, never mind. It's Yerkes, Anthony Yerkes across. Willie Yerkes off the post, and Anthony Yerkes with a rebound. No good, pad save, and that's going to be in the net. How is that not a goal? It was past the line. It was past the line, and they don't call the goal? I get they're up by 8, but at least call it when it's right there. And we're going to get a goalie stoppage, I believe. Broncos robbed of their 9th goal of the night. Didn't realize it had to hit the net for it to be a goal, making the red line almost superfluous. As Carter Thompson's going to take the puck from the blue line. He gets a pass across to Gage Brady Black. Now Carter Thompson from the blue line. He's going to set up a shot. Pass over to almost an opportunity for Brody Baldwin. No good. Almost taken away by Lake of the Woods, but Brody Baldwin's going to come away with it. Trying to juggle the puck. He gets control. Now he gets a pass over to Aiden Lehman. Lehman from behind the net. He's going to keep control. Now shot on goal. Andrew Ide. Pad save by McDougall. Now Brody Baldwin. He's going to try and keep the puck away from the Lake of the Woods Bears as there's a scramble along the wall. Puck is still not yet in control of any one team. Centering pass, Baldwin, not able to get the backhand. Now it's Bauer Lindvall with a shot and goal. Pad save by McDougall. Once again, number 12, Andrew Ide, trying to get the puck, losing control. He gets a pass over to the blue line. He finds a teammate, but that's going to be off the legs of number 20 of Lake of the Woods, Braxton Huziak. And so that's going to slow down the Broncos' offensive attempt. Pass intended for number 13 of International Falls, Nick Casaretto. Broncos forecheck, but taken right back by Lake of the Woods. That's Carson Browse. Browse approaching from the far side. He gets a long shot caught by Kane Thompson. That's going to be a goalie stoppage with almost 6:15, give or take. Clock is ticking, so I can't really give a definitive time for some of these. So at the 6:30 mark, Broncos win the faceoff after the goalie stoppage, as they're going to try and get it out of their defensive zone. Finally does. Pax Savona is right there. He will eventually knock it into the attack zone, but that's going to be off the blades.
After the game to present the traveling trophy to the winner of tonight's game.
And actually, no, it's the traveling trophy between the Broncos and the Bears. So I did not see the Bronco and Bear logo that's on the trophy, but I don't remember them having a traveling trophy. Did I just miss that in the previous games or something? Possibly, but back on track now with the game. Broncos looking to try and keep the trophy here in International Falls as they are leading 8-0. Less than we are now 7:15 into period number 3 as the Broncos have a hot teammate full of steam. Nick Casaretto loses the puck, taken away by Smith. But now puck is loose in the neutral zone. Broncos to recover. That's Aiden Lehman. Lehman passes it to the neutral zone to Pax Savona. Savona's going to try and flip it over to Casaretto. Casaretto loses it. He's going to get his pass stolen away, intended for Aiden Lehman. Now Casaretto flips it back up the ice, but taken right back by Lake of the Woods. Lake of the Woods now trying to set up a shot wide right by Smith. And Broncos are going to take it back on the ricochet. Pax Savona passes it up the net, up the ice. He's going to find number 6, Gage Wallander, but Wallander's going to lose it. Taken away by Lake of the Woods. That's number 7, Thad Olson. Centering pass out of reach of Wallander. Wallander's going to try and get a scramble on the wall. Taken away by Lake of the Woods, though. Carson Crandall from the blue line. He's able to forecheck it. Gives it to Willie Yerxa. Willie Yerxa gets it knocked away. Carson Crandall's going to try and forecheck it again. Now it's Anthony Yerxa. Open space. Centering pass. Back to Anthony Yerxa. And he gets it! 6 goals! That is enough for 2 hat tricks. And all of them for Anthony Yerxa of the Broncos. Why were they throwing the hats when he got the first hat trick? Were they waiting for the second, I suppose? But either way, this Broncos goal is going to come at around the... it's tough because it's a running clock, so I can't keep full track. But this period 3 goal for the Broncos comes at around the 7:30 mark, I'm going to say. 7:30 mark for the Broncos goal. Oh, no, actually, it would be 6:30 mark for the Broncos goal as they now lead 9-0 on the BCA scoreboard thanks to 6 goals.
Number 15, Anthony Yerxa, with an assist from number 18, William Yerxa, and number 7, Zach Yuso. That's Yerxa from Yerxa and Yuso at 8:29.
Almost a shot on goal. And now we're going to have a quick stoppage here, as we are almost 10 minutes into period number 3, running clock. Broncos lead 9-0 thanks to 6 goals by Anthony Yerxa. Let's see if he can make that from 6 to 7 goals in this contest here today. Almost. Gage Wallander trying to flip the puck closer to the net. And great forechecking by number 10 of the Broncos, able to keep it inside the attack zone. Aston Kossow. Now it's Aiden Lehman over to Gage Wallander. Wallander from center ice, a long shot. And you know what? Much credit to McDougall reaching across his body to get the glove save and get the goalie stoppage. Kind of just wasting time here. At this point, it's not likely that the Broncos will be able to that the Bears will not be able to come back in this one. Broncos looking to run away with this down the road rivalry, one of the closer teams that they will be playing this year. Every other team is about 2 to 3 hours away. Lake of the Woods with the puck from behind the net. That's number 18, Bryce Hasbang. He gets the pass up to number 21, Timmy Cook. Cook over to Browse. Loses it, but recovered by Browse. Browse is going to enter the attack zone. Almost knocked away by Hoyt Nelson. Nelson finally knocks it away, and now he's going to try and flip it out of the attack zone. Instead, that's going to be a long shot tipped away by Kane Thompson. Now Aiden Lehman, he's able to squeeze past a couple and get it out of the defensive zone. Now Lake of the Woods has to backtrack. Timmy Cook passes it up the ice to Kieran LaRock, and LaRock's going to knock it into the attack zone. Kane Thompson's going to stop it behind the net. He'll hand it off to Aiden Lehman. Lehman just trying to cruise out of the defensive zone. Almost lost. Taken away by Canfield. Canfield 2-on-1. That's going to be off of Kane Thompson and over the net, so no good on the shot. Anthony Yerkes is going to take it now. He's got a full head of steam. He makes one miss. Now he's in the neutral zone. Skates past another. He's going to try and take on the entire Lake of the Woods team. Passes it back to Zach Yuso. Yuso across to number 19. That is Jaden Ginter. Ginter couldn't find his footing, almost lost it, but now the Broncos are recovering. Willie Yerkes, near side of the ice. He gives it to Anthony Yerkes. Now it's Anthony Yerkes, gets it poked out. He recovers it. Now he's just trying to skate towards the net. Centering pass, no good. Taken away, but recovered by Carson Crandall from the blue line. Carson Crandall gives it to Ginter. Ginter from the blue line. Centering wide left with a centering shot. Carson Crandall trying to recover and take it back. Instead, it's taken away by Lake of the Woods. That's Canfield. He's going to flip it into the defensive zone, and that's going to be icing called against Lake of the Woods. So we are almost 4 minutes left in period number 3. Broncos lead 9-0. They are itching for that double-digit lead here in this home opener against Lake of the Woods. Because what better way to put an exclamation point than to get 10-0 and prove Carson Kostick's prediction correct. Brody Baldwin able to take the puck. Centering pass, almost ricocheted, but no good. Knocked away by Lake of the Woods defense. Carter Thompson almost able to forecheck, taken away. Now it's Lake of the Woods in the neutral zone. Taken back by Brody Baldwin. Baldwin's going to try and skate away. He's able to give it to a teammate. The puck is loose. Now taken by Zach Yuso. Yuso down center. Or excuse me, not Yuso. That's number 17, Bauer Lindvall. I saw the 7. Now it's Carter Thompson from the blue line. Passes it in to Andrew Ide. Andrew Ide makes one miss. Long shot. Stick save by McDougal, and that's going to be a quick goalie stoppage with almost 3 minutes left in period number 3. Broncos are going to give a quick line change before the face-off, and you know what? I would love to see them get one more goal just that way. Carson Kostick can say he was right on his prediction. We still got 3 minutes to play, though, here in period number 3. Broncos lead 9-0 against the Lake of the Woods Bears. As a quick takeaway, almost a quick shot on goal as well. Great job there by Gage Wallander, taking the puck immediately after the faceoff and trying to get a shot on goal. Puck got flipped up into the air by McDougal, and that allowed for a very easy catch after the faceoff. Faceoff. Wallander can't get a stick on it. That's going to be recovered by Browse. Now Lake of the Woods almost loses it inside their own territory, but they will eventually knock it out of the defensive zone. Now it's a foot race. Broncos able to not keep it in the neutral zone, but not for much longer, as it looks like we're going to get it offsides against Lake of the Woods. So offsides, we're going to get a face-off on the far side of the ice, close to the Broncos defensive zone. 2 minutes left here in period number 3. Broncos coming away with a win here, 9-0. One more goal means that Carson Kostick is possibly a fortune teller. As a centering pass intended for Pax Savonin gets taken away by Lake of the Woods. Now it's a foot race. Canfield on the far side of the ice. He's going to try and speed down. He gets past 1, 2, 3 Broncos. He's going to pass it to himself. Trapped up in the wall and loses it. Broncos defense stays strong, keeping Lake of the Woods out of the net, keeping the shutout alive. Now it's Aiden Lehman. He's going to try and speed down the ice. He gets past a couple, but then he's going to get knocked around and loses it. Gage Wallner trying to steal it away. Andrew Iden on it. Now it's Gage Wallner. He comes away with the puck. Centering pass. Almost able to connect with a teammate. Instead, it's taken away by Lake of the Woods. Jack Bessler across to Canfield. And we're going to get another offsides, I think. So a minute left here. Game is certainly under wraps.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
And the Industrial Falls Broncos are going to be keeping the traveling trophy with a win here today. Carson Koschik, 1 away. I may be sure to interview him after the game. But Andrew Ide approaching the attack zone. He's going to flip it to Hoyt Nelson. And then Ginter just out of reach of his stick, so he can't stop the puck from reaching it. Broncos are going to keep the puck. This is Carson Crandall. He's going to speed down the ice. Passes it up to intended for number 14, Hoyt Nelson, and that's going to be icing called. And so that icing will likely run out what's left of this clock unless they're able to get the face-off before the buzzer. But not likely. 10 seconds left now in period number 3. Broncos are going to win this one 9-0. Carson Koschik, shout out to you. Almost able to get the correct prediction. And Industrial Falls Broncos win the home opener 9-0 thanks to 6 goals from Anthony Yerxa. What a game for the kid and what an opener for this home team Broncos. What a way to come away with a win against the down the road rival Lake of the Woods, and they will be keeping that traveling trophy. And I'm gonna be making sure I award, of course, Anthony Yerxa with that free pizza from Domino's as the player of the game for today. Because, I mean, there's no way that you can score 6 goals and not be awarded for it with a free pizza. And so, final score once again, it is 9-0. Industrial Falls Broncos end up beating the visiting Lake of the Woods Bears. And so stay tuned for what's to come with our post-game show as the Broncos are going to get ready to receive the traveling trophy. You're listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSCM as well as on YourLiveEvent.com from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
And there they are, celebrating with the traveling trophy after a big win here today against the Lake of the Woods Bears. What a big team win here today, and what a great performance by Anthony Yerxa. I can't stress it enough. 6 goals to help get a 9-0 win. Shout out to his cousin, Willie Yerxa, as well as to Zach Yuso and Carter Thompson. 3 players who really stood out here today, as well as Kane Thompson. Shots on goal. In that third period, Lake of the Woods would only manage 3 more, finishing with 14 shots on goal total. For the Broncos, they ended up slowing down a little bit. Then again, it was a running clock, so it wasn't stopping as often. But they would finish the game with a 53 total shots in the third period. They ended up getting 12 more shots on goal. So pretty consistent, pretty steady for the team there as they are posing for the picture with the trophy. Stay tuned for our actual post-game show, as I will be bringing Anthony Yerxa over for a post-game interview and awarding him with that free pizza from Domino's. And so make sure you stay tuned for all that to come. You are listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops banded together and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
So I'm with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game as well as our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game, Anthony Yerkes. 6 goals, 4 of those I'm pretty sure came in that first period. I mean, how did you do it, man?
Scott fed a pass and went top shed.
Absolutely. Hey, a great way to start off the season, especially here at home in front of the home crowd. What do you think this is a sign of for the team?
It was a good start to the season. I think we got a good future ahead of us, and we're going to go long ways with this team.
And in that first and second period, it looked like the power plays definitely played a big part of it. For one, scoring on the power plays in that first period and then defending against them in the second. And so, how big is that going to be as the season goes on and you're playing a lot of these other teams in the conference and in the section?
Yeah. We work on power plays in practice, and we just hope to get better and better and go 100%.
And of course, it must be really nice to have such a huge returning group as well, including yourself, your cousin Willie, as well as Carson Crandall, all those other guys in the group. How much chemistry does this team have coming into this season?
I think we have quite a bit. We played in high school last year, and then before we played in Bantams for a year, and good chemistry.
Yeah. And so now for the next game coming up, what are you guys working on, trying to stay focused on as you get ready for these next games to come?
Just keep working hard in practice and getting better and better.
And I got to ask personally for you, 6 goals in a game, is that a record for you personally, or?
Yeah, tied my record from Bantams. Against Duluth Denville, I got 6 goals too.
In Bantam, so were you really hoping to get that 7th goal then and really break that record?
No, I wasn't really thinking about that. It's great to get that win and felt good.
Absolutely, man. Well, like I said, you're a Domino's Pizza Player of the Game, so you get a free pizza from Domino's. And so dinner's on you tonight, I suppose. And any shout-outs or thank yous you want to give out before we end the interview?
Just a big shout-out to my team and coaches. Yep, that's it.
Appreciate it, man, and best of luck on the season.
Thank you.
Yeah, he had a great performance in the game. I had a bit of a lousy start to that interview, but I think I found my rhythm. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the fact that the Broncos boys hockey team ended up coming away with a huge 9-0 win here at home. As you know, very special thank you to all of our sponsors here today. Of course, we have our pregame sponsors, such as our Border GMC Keys to the Game, our national anthem sponsor, the local VFW Post 2948, and of course, our press box sponsor, Rainy River Minnesota North College. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. And then, of course, we have our scoreboard sponsor, Packaging Corporation of America. Our timeout sponsor, Service Master of International Falls, for a home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretsch are going to take great care of you. And as you just heard, Anthony Yerkes is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, as well as the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. Looking for a quick, easy, and delicious dinner? Then look no further than your local Domino's. With more than just pizza, Domino's is the perfect carry-out after the game or have it delivered. Great deals are always happening at Domino's. 283-3444 and make Domino's your lunch or dinner destination today. And he got that free pizza from Domino's, and I'm going to get ready. Hey, you're not going to hear from me again until after Thanksgiving, where I'm going to be nice and stuffed like I'm I'm the turkey. Hopefully I can lose some of that Thanksgiving weight before then, but make sure you stay tuned for all the games to come. I believe it's still going on, so make sure you also, if you're on YourLifeEvent.com, then make sure you go over and check out the Bronco girls basketball team taking on War Road at this very moment. Shout out to them, very special shout out. And once again, this is Augie Schmidt live on Lakes Country 104.1 KSM, as well as on YourLifeEvent.com, signing out.